First thing I'd like to do is to say that there are a lot of things missing from this proposed agreement. The chief legislative analyst has acknowledged that. We've had a lot of headlines about overtime and contracting issues, each of which, incidentally, is partially addressed in the current proposal. The DWP labor contracts have a complex of side agreements that affect many items. I'd like to see added to this proposal an agreement to negotiate on removing barriers to filling positions created by DWP retirees and to using outside workers.
I'm Jill Banks-Barad, and I'm founder and chair of the Valley Alliance of Neighborhood Councils.
Good afternoon. My name is Jay Handel. I am the chair of the Budget Advocates Citywide for the Neighborhood Councils. Time is never on our side. Neighborhood councils seem to be right down at the end again, and the ratepayers are sitting here waiting for a push through. We have to do this because if we don't do this now, we're going to have to pay more, but if we do this, there's a savings. Well, it's really not a savings. You know, the ratepayers are going to be asked to pay more money anyway. We're just going to be asked to pay less money. We've seen in the last 3 weeks $33 million go out the window. We've seen $77 million in overtime, which translates to $155 million on an annual basis. That's over $200 million. And if I'm correct, that's almost the budget deficit from a year ago for the general fund. And this is just overtime and sick pay issues. What's not being addressed here, and we hear it has to be a process, is the rules, the work rules. Well, the question is, why does it take 4 years when the Times and the Comptroller can come up with it in 3 weeks? There's a lot of issues that should be addressed by this council and forthwith, not waiting 4 years to figure it out.
Hi there, Stuart Waldman. I'm president of the Valley Industry and Commerce Association, representing 380 businesses in the San Fernando Valley. I want to thank you all. I want to thank you for having this hearing. It is so important for the people of Los Angeles to hear this. And I want to thank the leadership for what is on the table right now. This is an incredible proposal that is a great start. We think it is something that really could change the face of the city. When I have people talk to me about the problems, they say we need to do something about bloated salaries. We need to do something about pensions. And this is what's on the table right now. And the fact is, if nothing happens, there will be a raise on October 1st, as you know, and there will be rate increases because of that. So what's on the table is great. We'd love to see more. If there was more, that'd be great as well. But this is a good start, and it needs to be done by October 1st. So thank you.
This is a good beginning. I am not speaking on the various elements in the proposed contract. The issues are very complex and contain many layers. I am speaking on behalf of the Valley Alliance of Neighborhood Councils, and I'm speaking regarding this process. The city charter states that neighborhood councils advise the city council and department heads, and we take that responsibility seriously. However, neighborhood councils only found out about this agreement in the last couple of weeks. And at the same time, we were told that there was an August 30th deadline. This is the middle of August, and most of our councils are dark and not meeting this month. This is too fast. There is no time for neighborhood councils to study the agreement, to ask questions so that they can make recommendations to the city council. And there are many questions to be asked.
Carol Schatz, president of the Central City Association. We represent 500 large corporations that employ about 350,000 people in LA. The real savings, because we can debate what happens in 30 years, will be $350 million to $400 million over the term of this 4-year contract. That is significant and sets the stage for further reductions in the future. Avoiding the October 1 wage increases translates into real savings for our member ratepayers. For example, savings on power and water for a 2.5 million square foot office complex in downtown would be at least $112,000 a year, and that's not chump change. This is good news, but we can and should do better. the mayor is right. We ask you to push for more on work rules, health costs, and pensions. We have to make the department more efficient by making the union employees in that department more productive.